Welcome to Midnight Horrors, where the darkness comes alive and every story leaves a mark. Tonight, we uncover the creepy legend of Greystone Hollow, the cursed village no one escapes. Are you brave enough to face the whispers of the past? Stay tuned until the end, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that will scare up your nights. The Cursed Village. Long ago, nestled deep in the mist-shrouded hills, there was a village called Greystone Hollow. The villagers were simple folk, living off the land and sharing their lives with one another. But one fateful evening, their unity fractured into darkness. A traveler came to Greystone Hollow, a wandering peddler who sold trinkets and told stories from faraway lands. He was a harmless man with a kind smile, but whispers began to spread that he was a thief who had stolen sacred artifacts from a neighboring temple. Fueled by fear and superstition, the villagers gathered under the cold moonlight and, without trial, accused him of blasphemy. They dragged him to the edge of the forest, bound him to an old oak tree, and left him to die, his pleas for mercy drowned by their chants. As his life ebbed away, the traveler cursed the village with his final breath. None who dwell here shall find peace. None who enter shall escape. Blood for blood, life for life. At first, the villagers thought nothing of it, but soon after, eerie things began to happen. The crops withered overnight, animals disappeared, and the once lively village fell into silence. Those who tried to leave were found dead at the village's borders, their faces twisted in terror. It wasn't long before outsiders heard the stories and stopped visiting Greystone Hollow altogether. The village was left to rot, swallowed by time and overgrown with weeds. Decades passed, and Greystone Hollow became a ghost story told around campfires. The cursed village where no one returns, they called it. But one man, a skeptic named Daniel, refused to believe in such tales. He was a historian by trade, driven by logic and curiosity. Determined to uncover the truth, he decided to visit Greystone Hollow one night, armed only with a lantern and a notebook. The moon was high when Daniel arrived at the village entrance. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the silence was unnerving. Houses stood in ruin, their windows like hollow eyes watching his every move. Daniel found the oak tree where the traveler had been tied. The tree was blackened and twisted, its bark resembling clawed hands reaching for the sky. As he examined it, he heard a faint whisper, at first indistinct, then clearer. "Why have you come?" The voice was cold and otherworldly, echoing through the empty village. Daniel spun around, but no one was there. His lantern flickered, and the whispers grew louder, rising to a chorus of anguished cries. Faces began to form in the darkness, pale, ghostly faces with hollow eyes and open mouths, screaming silently. Daniel stumbled back, clutching his chest as his heartbeat thundered in his ears. He tried to run, but the village twisted around him. The paths he had walked moments ago were gone, replaced by endless rows of crumbling houses. The whispers turned into mocking laughter, and the shadows closed in. In his panic, Daniel tripped and fell, landing at the base of the oak tree. When he looked up, the traveler's spectral form loomed above him, his face pale, and his eyes glowing with unearthly fire. "You sought the truth," the ghost hissed, "and now you are part of it." Daniel's screams echoed through the hollow, swallowed by the night. The next morning, a group of hikers found Daniel's notebook at the edge of the village. The last entry read, "The village is alive. It remembers. It hungers. Beware Greystone Hollow." No one dared to enter the village again. Greystone Hollow remains, waiting for the next soul, foolish enough to step into its cursed embrace. If you like this scary story, subscribe to Midnight Horrors now. Every night a new terror awaits. Are you ready?